Victoria's famed Golden City, Ballarat, a part of the national network of ABC television.
Right. Do we actually have sound? Yeah, okay. And where's my live chat gone? You can see that. Now there's sound on the mixer, but I can't hear any sound from the phone. Okay, there we go. Right. Good. Thank you. Yes, MA 919876. Okay. So, right, I'll just turn the phone down. And we'll begin. So today's stream is really just looking at a whole bunch of things which, where's the camera? That's better. And right. So yeah, today's stream is just looking at a whole bunch of things. So I bought three things yesterday, and also received something else for free. And I've also got three things that I have bought over the last couple of months, but haven't been able to bring home because I can't carry them on the train. So we'll start. Yuck. It's got an eyelash in my eye. Yeah, there we go, I think. Right. So the first thing we have is, I'll bring this down. Yeah, this very sad Astor Mickey. And yeah, I'll actually unplug that so it's focusing on the cord. Is that any better? Yes. Okay. Right, so this is a very sad Astor Mickey. It's been painted. Yeah, but it seems to have the original back on it. I didn't know they made them out of masonite. It's got this circuit diagram sticker there, or a valve lineup sticker. It's got the Danger Will Robinson sticker there, and it's missing the sticker over there. Yeah, and as you can see, the dial is pretty knackered. That's not recoverable. But it's a 5-valve jobby. In fact, I'll take the back off of it and we'll have a look inside. Yeah. So I'll just bring you across to the overhead camera for a second. Bring you down. And yeah. So I haven't been in here yet. I'm a little bit worried about what's inside. Have I bought a bad radio or a lemon? Now the idea is to strip off all this paint. It looks like plastic paint. And get myself a brown cabinet. For some reason, the brown cabinets go for more than the cream cabinets, and I don't have a brown cabinet, do I? So there's lots of different models of these and lots of variations. How much did I? Oh, I think I paid. Oh yeah, I paid far too much for this one. I thought it was a 5 valve, but it's not. It's a 4 valve. Bugger. Yeah. Yeah, it's a KL. So I've got too many of these. The actual KLs. Pretty low number, 2921. Yeah, given how crusty this is, I'm not sure that I should fire it up. In fact, I won't. Yeah. Okay, that's one of them. Might fire it up a bit later. It does have some spiders, webs and nests in there. So I'll move this out of the way, or I won't trip over it. And yep. Yeah. So those are the screws for it there. Remember that. And yeah, so this is that Sony receiver, which I bought a couple of months ago. It's a pretty early one. It's got power here. Of course, it's American. All the Sony stuff's got the switch upside down with the off at the bottom and on at the top, which is not the convention here or any Commonwealth country. It's got speakers, 2 sets of speakers. The volume control is actually not too bad. That knob's been off. Balance control is not so great. That's a bit bent. The bass is good. And the treble is good. So it's got loudness, mode, mono stereo, and a monitor tape source. Then over here we've got AM, FM, phono, just a 3-position switch, and an AFC. And the tuning works. Is that on? Yeah, that's on the outside. I have to be careful with that. So we'll take this off. And pull the cover off while we're there. Okay, so it's got a tuning meter right down in there. You probably can't see that. Maybe just a little bit. And then the dial there. So I think it's going to light up green. We'll have a look at, it's been bashed on this corner here, so I can replace the end pieces. They're only fiberboard by the looks of it. So that compressed cardboard or something. This was an expensive one at the start. So it may actually have come with speakers and a turntable as a package. Okay, And do not connect to hall supply. It's a bit of a worry. Yes, yesterday we didn't have power to the front half of the hall. Yeah, okay. So on the back, what's that leaning on? It's leaning on the knobs. Yeah, can't really do this. So it's a SRT 230A, which I think is from the early 70s. Preamplifier down there. So that must be a German approval thing or something. So FM 300 ohm, AM and ground, magnetic ceramic. So I'll put it in, yeah, we'll put it up there. We've got phono, tape, record out, and there's no left or right markings on this. We've got a DIN plug there for the recorder, for a second recorder. And then we've got the speakers. So these are the remote ones, and these are the main ones. What voltage do we have it set to? 220, 240, yeah, 220, 240, so that's all right. It's got an IEC plug on it. Yeah, we'll plug this one in. Ooh. Needs a bit of cosmetic work on this by the looks of it. Well, it does. It must have been out in the shed or something, garage. Yeah, this has come off. It's hanging in the breeze. I'm going to pull this off. No, that's going to be like a rock. Yeah. That's well and truly stuck on there, the knob. Okay. Now, where's the IEC? We can pinch that from the... I know this one here. Just unplugged that, didn't I? Yeah, down here. Yeah, one thing I do like about some overseas gear is, or some overseas plugs, is that they have the earth pin sticking up, and our plugs are this way, so anything that falls down the plug can short across there. Hence why we've now got the insulation on the ends of these plugs. We've got quite a few of these without the insulation on them. So that's in there. Oh, that's very loose. Just turn on the isolation transformer. Okay, good. Now, I'll bring this up fairly slowly in case there's a major electrical problem. May end up using this as I've blown up my amplifier. Now, yep, switches up, on. Can I bring this up a bit? You should be able to see that. So it's on 40 volts at the moment. Bring it up fairly quickly to start with. It's not going to operate at low voltage like the old ones. Yeah. 200 volts, nothing. 220, nothing. Okay. Actually, should take it through the dim bulb, shouldn't I? Not sure why that's out. Okay. I'll turn this on. So I'll bring it up to 220 on the dim bulb, and oh, it is working. So we do have light. So, but it's not very bright. So you can't even see that on the camera. Yeah. So it is lighting up. So yeah. Now I might just leave this, put it aside for a moment. Yeah, that's sort of all down this corner. It's all loose there. So it's had quite a hard knock there when it fell. So we'll take this out. And we'll put this one aside. Looks fairly well constructed, but it'll need a recap. It's at least 50 years old. Okay. Right. So that's that one out of the way. Now, we've got actually I need to plug this phone in, so because it's down to about 30%. Didn't plug it in last night. And where's the end of this? It's not that one. This one? Yep. Yeah, oh, actually it's down to 20%. So, okay. Now, these next two I got a few weeks ago. And yeah, this is just a Pi Ranchero, but it's got a big crack across there. But, and it's also New South Wales style, isn't it? But it's better than nothing on on another one. I do have a restored red one, and it doesn't have the knobs or the dial. But just out of curiosity, will this work? Actually, yeah. The case is pretty damaged there. It's been, you actually can see the reflection there. There's a big dip in there where it's been heated, and it's melted across the back there too. So the actual, this part of the case is not worth anything, unfortunately. Yeah, I've got to get a yellow one of these, and then I'll have all the colours. I've got all four styles. I've got the battery operated transistor one with the big dial. I've got the early badged one, I've got the later badged one, and I've also got this cabinet transistorized. So I've got all four different things for it, or for them. Yeah, it's plugged in, switched on. We'll get a, don't need that, aerial. Is there an aerial? Yep. I think I paid about $15 for this or something. Yes, the fronts look really nice when they're repainted. Although this one isn't too bad, it has yellowed quite a bit. Okay, here we go. So we're starting on 60 volts. Bring it up slowly. We're on the dim bulb. Which I can actually bring in. Yeah, so on Friday I was working away, and I'd fixed the, no wait, you can see that just, yeah, it's all tangled up, and I'd fixed my very expensive $2,500 25 years ago CD player. I'll bring this up to 180. And then I decided to move the amplifier around, so I disconnected everything, reconnected the speakers, plugged in the CD player. It was playing really well. Then the doorbell rang, and I think this is dead, this radio. And so this is up to 230 now. We've got the, oh no. Got the dim, yes, and so, you know, did the deal and came back in, and it was still running and I could hear it. So this only goes, so this is the radio. There was a brown tag on the floor out in the garage when I got this in just before. So it only goes to there, the dial. So someone has mucked it up inside. Right, so I can't take it off of dim bulb with a switch. This is just a, really must finish building my panel with the meters, the old analog meters, and the switches and all that sort of thing in it, because I do have one up here, which I built many years ago, but it keeps on blowing the screens. Now, that's, yeah, well, that was a bit silly. I just plugged it straight in with the power on. Yeah, it just looks like the dial pointer's in the wrong position. Oh no, it's getting stuck. Moved again. Yeah. Okay. So it needs a bit of work, that chassis, but yeah, it's okay. Right. Yes. So, yeah, so I moved the amplifier, was working, the CD player was playing happily after a couple of caps changed, and went outside and did the deal, and came back in, walked halfway across the living room, and was playing beautifully, and then all of a sudden it stopped. So I looked at I thought, okay, the power's gone off. Then I looked at the CD player and that was still playing quite happily. And then the so I reached around, switched the amplifier off, and then I picked it up without thinking, and it was red hot. And I dropped it on the corner onto the CD player mechanism, the actual tray where the CD goes, and fortunately that wasn't screwed together. And yeah, and the CD came out and everything like that. And of course, it killed the CD player completely, or almost completely, because when you turn it on now, all you can hear is the relay click. So I went down to Decca this morning and got a couple of are they 6.3 amp 240 volt fuses for the amplifier. Plugged those in, and bang, it just, there was a big bright spark, and that was it. So that's as far as I've got with it. I'll have to take that amplifier apart and see what's wrong with it. It's a Rotel 971, or 980, sorry, 980. It's 100 watts per channel. Okay, right. Now, this heap of junk, I have no idea why I bought this. I bought this without thinking, obviously. Now, the top isn't as bad as it looks. It's just muck on the top. And the dial is pretty good. So the dial's pretty good. That's the off button pickup. Medium wave, short wave 1 and short wave 2. Actually, short wave 1, short wave 2. It's tuning and yeah. So it's in French or Belgium and English, and it's of course a Philips. Yeah, that's the problem when you're doing the camera work. You spot something and you think, oh yeah, but you don't actually get to actually inspect it properly. Now it's missing the back and the bottom, so just one piece as usual for this era of Philips sets, but it's also missing its speaker, isn't it? Now and of course this is a voltage drop set, so it doesn't have a transformer in it, but there's the output transformer down there, 2, 4, 5 valve set. There's the transformer down there. Now I don't know why the speaker has been taken out of it. Now I guess we can fire it up on a different speaker. Oh no, we won't. There's one of those big licorice caps there. Yeah, and it's missing its end. Yeah, that's well and truly had it, that cap there, and it's shorting against this. So yeah, it looks, I don't know whether these resistors have been replaced or no, they haven't been replaced. Now this one's just floating in the breeze. Yeah, this is a bit of basket case, this one. But I'm pretty sure we better get the schematic for it. And there's 2 wires down there. And they're not connected to anything. Maybe there was something in here. Ah. Yes, there was an IF can in there, one of those, and it's been taken for something else, and the speaker obviously. Now this one, don't know what that does. Oh no, that's the aerial. So there is foil at the top of there, and this screws up against that. This is moving, not even glued in. That one's not, yeah, that one's not glued in either. Now this wire here looks like the speaker. Yeah, that comes from the output transformer. No, I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, it's the power cable. And I can plug in a my workshop speaker, but we can see if the amplifier is working. So the 6X5 or something. UL84. Don't know what that is. Of course, it's all going to be European valves, isn't it? All European numbers on the valves. It's a Brimar. I hate these valves. Never get them lined up with the holes. Correctly. Yeah. Right. That's it. Yeah. So this is going to be a rainy day job. I think it's going to be quite a large job. Yeah, 230 volts or 220, 350 milliamps. Is that all it takes? Quite an economical set if that's the case. Yeah. Okay. Put this one aside. Oh yeah. When looking for something else, I've came across this, and it's in pretty bad condition. So took it all around Europe a couple of times. I used it on the bus twice a day. Don't think that's the original clip for it. Yeah, it's all worn under there. But I looked this up. It's a HSJ07, whether it's a 0 or an actual O, I don't know. But yeah, this is from 1984, and it's got Dolby on playback. It's got a really good tuner on it, records. It's got mono stereo switch, FM oscillator, Dolby on and off there, chrome, metal and normal tape, and a pause there, and it's auto reverse. So it does absolutely everything. I still have the microphone for it somewhere in the antenna. They both plug in there. Then the headphones, I'll just do that and you can have a look and go through those again. That's the antenna or microphone. Don't ask me how it decides which is which. And then on the top we've got the tuning, we've got the headphones, then we've got the direction LEDs, then we've got a search thing, if either fast forward or rewind or search in either direction, and we've got the play, and yeah, that goes in either direction. So yeah, we've got the record button there. So it was pretty expensive when I bought it, but I got a hell of a lot of use out of it. Takes 2 AA batteries. I tried the radio before, and of course it didn't work. Yeah. So I don't think I'll ever repair this. Although, looking on the internet, it's not as complicated as you might think. And I'll put that there. Where can I put this where it's not going to get knocked over? Put it up there. And what was I going to say? Yeah. Yes, so the circuit board doesn't actually have any SMD parts on it, I can see from the photos. And yeah, but it's got lots of little tiny caps in it. Right, on to the next thing. And this was given to me. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. Yeah. So this is an AM transmitter. It's been cobbled together from an old chassis. And yeah. I'll pass judgment on it once I've had a good look at it. The person who gave it to me said it broadcast all around his house, but he put it in away for a little while because he's got another one which is I presume is much better. This one, it's very distorted and it only transmits about maybe a metre or something like that. It's got a telescopic aerial on it. Yeah. So you've got to have this. I presume this is an input for this input control or attenuator, and you've got to have it really right down low. But if you turn it any more, it certainly gets louder, but it distorts like crazy. And of course, when you have the radio quite close to it, it obliterates the whole band. But yeah, half a metre away and you can hardly pick it up. So there's something not quite right with it, I don't think. Pete said he put a this bass on it for me, but okay, so I'll have a look at that another day. Got bigger fish to fry like that amplifier at the moment. Yeah. Right. Now, when I was looking for something on around the house, and I can't find it anywhere. Hence finding that little IEUI thing. Just having a sip of my cold tea. Actually, been going 3/4 of an hour already. Now, when I was about 11 or something like that, 10 or 11, I had a little transistor radio, and the case got cracked on it. I don't know how or why or whenever. It's too long ago. This was about 1970 or something. And what he used an epoxy that required being put in an oven. So he took it to work and used their little oven at the Weather Bureau. And yeah, and he came home with this box, because I remember this box, and this little Fairmont radio, and this one is in original condition, and it's even got its original earphone. I remember that sounded absolutely terrible. Yeah, I still have the radio, and if you look back, I don't know when I did it, but I did a bit of a video on these little transistor radios, these cheap ones, and yeah, this looks like a very late example of it, because there's lots of marks, moulding marks on here, and there, yeah, and I wish I could find the other one. It's around somewhere, but I think the other one was a slightly darker green or something. I might be wrong. This one's got its original carrying strap. Mine is long gone. And yeah, there's moulding marks everywhere. It hasn't been trimmed off. There's sort of burrs on it. That is terrible, that corner. Oh, that's all, yeah, rough too. Yeah, mine was much, there was much more care made in making mine. So, open it up. It's got YH on it. Not sure about what that was. Don't know whether mine's got it or not. Excuse me. Yeah, this looks like it. But they made so many different variations of these damn things. I've even got a Chinese one. It's got, I remember the blue battery thing and the ever-ready, no, is it ever-ready? It's got JIS, RC, and ever-ready. Different brands of battery. Mine had a Pioneer speaker in it. This is CEMC. I don't know. Yeah, it's got a silicon transistor there, probably a germanium there. These ones, I think, are germanium, these little black ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transistors, I think. Mine was a 7, but I can't remember. Wish I could find it. Yeah. Okay. So let's pop a battery in it. And these were, of course, a rip-off of these things. These National Panasonics. This one has got the tuning on the right side, but it's a geared tuning, and the volume control is down here. And this has got that aluminium panel there. And if you look at the two, yeah, the plastic is almost identical apart from this cutout, and the fact that the tuning is on the other side, and the volume control is down here, and the earphone, well, this has got a 3.5mm one on it, and this is just a 2.5. I'm sure mine had a 3.5 on it, so they really were getting very cheap, weren't they? Save a couple of cents. This will either blast out or it won't work at all. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, it's got on the back here, on off volume, earphone, and Hong Kong. And if you have a look on the, yeah. So the backs are almost identical too. Except this is more angled out. And this has got off volume and... excuse me. Then a little earphone symbol there. Actually, that says e-phone. So, yeah, the battery rattles around, doesn't it? Mine had a piece of foam in there.
They should be loading away. So they're about to go in. So they are loading now. Over to 7, Daniels Henry. Green light about to be turned on, set.
That sounds absolutely terrible. It's the speaker itself, not the radio. And of course, mine was butchered for various reasons. Take parts out of it, etc. I'll try and find my original one. And we'll just have a listen to the Panasonic as a comparison. If we can open it without, I guess we can use this. Yep. Assume I took the battery out of this. Yeah. Oh, okay, this takes 2 AA's. Yeah, this is a bit dirty in there. Yeah, it's got the Pioneer speaker. And yeah, these caps probably need replacing. In fact, they would definitely need replacing. This is about 1970 or something when these came out. So, we'll try batteries in it. Bit of corrosion on that one. Yeah, must go. Yeah, that's better. And nothing. Thought this one was working. Must be the batteries or something. Oh yeah. And it still doesn't sound very good, but
Inside race. Yes, dead to be part the peg line gobsmack. Then followed by mild of a Jacko back third last. Second last Yellow. Last of all talk is cheap. Around the home turn they work. The front runner does it well. And that is oh no never again. But in good form his last couple of spots. 30.7 in the opening quarter.
yeah, the volume control needs a good clean. Okay. So I'll put these aside and we'll get on to the star of the show. Now we'll just have a little bit of a drink, my tea and a couple of biscuits. And yeah, actually, yeah, my hands are pretty dirty, but Well, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I normally have my dinner at around about 6 o'clock. So I usually get pretty hungry by 4:35. Right. Now here is the beautiful thing. It's got a great dial on it. As you can see. Just try not to get, yeah, there it is. Now it's mostly British and Scottish stations. So that's North R, Scottish, West R, London, Midland, Scottish North, Nationals, Aberdeen, and Bournemouth. Yeah, this must have been replaced because this is quite clear. Although maybe, I don't know. So it's missing a screw from there. All the other three. Might have one of these little screws. Now I'll zoom you back out. So this must be the volume control. Black on black. The tuning works. And this may be the band switch. Yeah. It seems pretty loose. Yeah, it's got medium wave and short wave and long wave. Hence Decca triple range, all wave, universal 5.5. And it's a 55 chassis. And yeah. So we've got this end piece. And the same on the other side. And it's fairly heavy, of course, because it's a valve set. Around the back, we've got phones. Yeah, the old sort of Bakelite type ones. I don't know whether it's a power switch or whether that turns the phones on and off and disconnects the speaker. So, and then we've got a pickup here, and we've got an earth here and an aerial there. Now, one of these turn things is missing. It's got a perfect rattan back on it. Just needs re-gluing up here a little bit. Yeah, the cabinet is absolutely perfect. So, usual warning. And inside, Yeah, there's Decca 55 there. It's got a post office thing on it, is it? Manufactured and license granted by the Mullard Radio Valve Company Limited and Philips Lamps Limited for the use in Great Britain and the Irish Free State only. Oh, we're not allowed to use it here. And it's serial number 585546. Yeah. So the speaker is here. And there's a lamp thing there. Well, we'll take this out in a minute and have a look at what the chassis is. So we've got off, that is on, down, which is good. Then we've got a spare bulb for dial color indicator replacements must only be 6 volt 0.04 amp. Otherwise, performance of set will be impaired. So that voltage sensitive. Now, I did look it up on Radio Museum, and I do have all the valves, numbers and everything like that. I can't remember them off the top of my head. That is VP13C. So they're all pre-war valves, and I believe they made these from 1937 up to the early part of the war, early 1940, and there's a label here, and it says Mrs. G. Wells of blah blah blah, and bought it from Wayne and Carter, Manchester, and there's a date here, 18/6/1940, I think. Yeah, 18/6/40. So that's the date was recorded as being purchased. And there was another label in here too, but I don't know what's on that one. I don't know where it's, oh, it's down there. I might be able to get this one out. This is on a bit of string. String, 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 string. Everybody loves string. And I'll probably get a copyright infringement for that. About 15, I used about 5 seconds of that, and depot number. It's the same thing. This one's stamped 202 and the other one's stamped 3. So I don't know what all that is about. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a spare globe. Now, I think I'm going to have to undo all of these screws because all the cables are attached to them. Take this power switch, oh, that's loose anyway. So I can take that off. So I'll take these 5 screws out. Yeah, that power cord doesn't look in very good condition. Wrong screwdriver. Try this one. Oh, it does fit. I'll have to put this down on the bench. In fact, how am I going to do this? I have to do it this way. Don't want to put any weight on those knobs. Yeah, this is pretty rusty. Just see. Little container. I did have one here a minute ago. Oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just have to leave these carefully there. Oh, that's just a label. Oh, okay. So this says phones on one side and extension speaker on the other. Interesting. And yeah, so that, okay, that'll come out now. So we do have to unscrew the screws. Yeah, these have been out a couple of times. This has got no slot left on it. Just little wood screws. I think I might have some of these. Very old ones. Right. No, this doesn't have anything on the back of it. So this is out. So that's the speaker. There's the power switch. Right. This is going to be a little bit difficult. I can see that doesn't actually come out. Oh yes, it does. That's it. Yeah, so there's the power switch. Maybe, no, it's not the power switch. Yeah, it's definitely something to do with the speaker. Now, the speaker itself. Oh, okay. What are we going to do with those? We've got these little these little things on it. They're not actually screws. And then there's a nut on the other side. Wonder if don't want to damage the vinyl or the. It wasn't vinyl then, but oh no, they come off reasonably. Well, this one's fairly loose. Now I just want to see if that is just turning or yeah. Actually, no. Yeah, the nut on the back of it. I can obviously get to this one and maybe that one. But these two here, these two, this one here and this one, yeah. So I'll get to this one and I'm working on this one. Once I get it loose, I might be able to. Actually, where does the speaker connect to? Yeah, that actually connects to one side of the speaker, and then the other goes down into there. Okay. Yeah, they do things different. Oh, that comes off quite easily, that cap. Yeah. So this cap's come off quite easily. Put that out of the way, and yeah, bring that up. That's that Mazda TH2920. Wow. Metal shield on the cable of this one. And went mucking around. Now, can I actually desolder? No. That's a secret, that valve. Got this little dust cover on the back of the speaker, and that goes get down there. Yeah, that is going to burn if I put the soldering iron down there. And oh yeah, there's the thing for it. Yeah, all that dust has just come off. That's better. I don't know how I'm going to do that up again, but yeah. And then we don't have to unsolder that one. No, it's actually yeah. And this one needs to be unsoldered. Put that down there. And that one goes to the headphone or earphone or whatever, extension speaker or whatever. So I'll put that down there, and I'll turn the soldering iron on. And bring this up to 380 maybe. I'll just have another bite of my biscuit. Whatever output transformer there. I'll just try and get it down in here with some fresh solder on it. Let's see, oh, this really stinks. So we've got that one off. Boy, does that stink. In fact, I'm going to close the door here so I can, otherwise it's going to go right through the house. Turn the transformer off. We can get to that. So yeah. Oh, that's just falling out, that valve. Wow, long pins on these, much longer than the Australian made ones. So that's that mallard. I would think that there is equivalents for it, but for those valves, but who knows? Now, okay, you can see all the muck that's burning off of it. Yeah, that's a bit of a good clean. Now, we should be able to get the chassis out of the cabinet. Oh, there's a whole bunch of rubbish down here, down the bottom. It's moving around. Yep. And yeah, these have got grub screws in them. Those two at least. That's not going to work. Definitely don't want that one. Is this going to go down? No. What have I got in here? Okay. So this one. Take this off. It'll come off on the other side as well, is it? No. There we go. That one came off really easily. Do we have a rub screw on this one? Yes. Okay. Right. Yuck. Yeah. This is probably in a smoker's house or... Yeah. Oh. Okay. Something around there. The moment of truth. Oh, we've got the dial lamp, haven't we? Okay. Ooh, okay. Something just scurried around in there. What are we going to do? I'm really worried about these valves. Right. Oh, okay. There's two screws in there. Holding the lamp in. Can I get in there? Probably not. I used to have a really long screwdriver for this sort of work, but now I can't see. Let's try. Okay. Get this one out if we can. Where's my torch? Oh, there's one down there. That's what I'm looking for. It's better. See why they designed crosshead screws. It's going to take ages. What have we got? Get in there with this. That's not turning. That's it for this one. Now try the other one. Okay, almost out. That one's out. And actually, we better take the globe out. It is really unique. Bulgin, Bulgin or something. 200 volts, 250, 15 watt. Actually, it might be a oven lamp or a fridge lamp, but getting that really narrow Edison screw okay, it's out. Now right, so we'll take this away. I'll have to set that outside and clean it. This is pretty disgusting. And yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay. It's got a big Hunt's cap in it. Don't know if you can see all that. Well, That didn't sound good. These valves are out. I don't know whether someone mucked around with them yesterday. That's an 8VA. This one. And this is a 150. Beretta valve. 0.2 amp. British made. Wow. That is so... That's an incredible valve. You can see there. It's got 3 layers of elements up there and super fine wires. See that? I haven't got my glasses on, so it's not in focus. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we've got, in fact, I'll put my glasses back on and I can see properly. Yeah, we've got this big Hunt's cap here. So I'm going to have to find out what that's all about. You can see, we can get some light on that. Okay. I can't get any light on it, but this brown box here, this wax thing, is a capacitor. And there's 2 capacitors there. Got another one there. We've got, fortunately we don't have anything buried. Oh yes, we do. Got 2 caps down. Oh, that they've leaked. And then we've got the 2 paper caps up here. And a more modern one up in there. This is really hard to hold up. I don't want to put it down on the bench. So let's go right in. That's out. And that's right in, isn't it? So yeah. Oh, hang on. So this says yellow 16 microfarad and black probably another something quite simple. So that should be actually quite easy to replace. And if I can keep the wax paper on it, yeah. Now, so now that was the speaker, I think. Now I'm going to put the valves back in and the bulb. It doesn't look too flash. Insulation's coming adrift on that. I'll have to do something with that. If I put that on there temporarily. And this is the 5-pin one. Mullard UR1C. And it should only go in one way. Yeah. It's going to be a bit of hit and miss, isn't it? Maybe that way. And this one, do they actually have a big pin on them? No, they're all the same size pin. Oh, hang on, that's, those two are closer together. Is that there, or can't remember which was which? Is that? I think this was the way it went. Yell at me if it's not. If anyone's still there. And Mullard again. I think two pins are closer together on them. Yeah, they're only going one way. So that can go on there. That one's dirty on the top. So, yeah, this is pretty sophisticated. This is metal shielding on this. And, yeah, they've got the cap. So it really is a proper shield. Now, I'm going to risk plugging it in. I'll have to strip those back. My wire strippers here. No. Everything is in different places at the moment. Wire stripper. So we'll do the 1 mil. No. 0.75 maybe. No. I'd have to do this manually. This is rubber. This is stretching. I'm going to do this. I cut through very gently. Wow, this is aluminium wire. And there's hardly any of it. So this is where they cut down on the cost or the materials of building these things. I mean, have a look at that. That's really tiny. But, yeah. Now, where's the cable? That on it. I know it's out in the living room. I shall return in about 30 seconds. Yeah. Thank you. Pretty sure they were in the right position. Okay, back in a minute. I'm going to have to open the window. That really stinks. And it's quite cold outside. And it's blowing a gale. So we're back to winter weather. Yeah, that'll do. Now, never do this yourself. I'm a untrained professional. In fact, do I have... No, that's safer. No, I won't do that. This is just temporary anyway. Let's see if it fires up. Okay. So the green one on the negative or the neutral. Yeah, that wouldn't work in that anyway. Is that going to... Yeah, these wires are so thin. So bring that up there. And that's all right. Keep these separate. In fact, I'll bring that through there. Yeah. Right. Now, the moment of truth. Again, and that's down there. So that's really odd, that dial lamp. It's right down on the chassis. And if they want it in there, they can have it in there. Now, this one should be the speaker. Oh no, we don't have a output transformer. Where did I put the other one? I do have an output transformer for this such a thing. But where have I put it? I haven't used it since last year. Actually, I know where it is. It's connected up to a Pi, which I was working on before I became ill. It's out in the kitchen. So I'll be back in a couple of moments. I told a lie. It's just a volume control on that. No. Where did I put it? There's two up here, but I don't think these work. No, that's got no wires on it. And that's a choke. It's no good. Yeah. I reckon I'll lose a transformer. There was a couple of boxes of transformers yesterday and a box of wrecked speakers, but they went for too much. I was going to bid on two of the boxes, or three actually, but they went way above, because it's really hit and miss as to whether they work or not. Although I would imagine they did work, given they were in a box, not just chucked out. And there was a brand new one in there too, in one of the boxes. Where did I put it? I'm sure it was underneath the laptop. No. Yeah. Put it up there. I guess what I can do is, that's a transistor set. Where's the valve radio that works? Actually, got a box of speakers here. And actually, did this have a field coil on it? Can't have done. No. It's a very early permanent magnet one. Actually, that roller I can see here, the oval one, that might go into the other one. Yeah. All right. What I'll do is I'll check this one. I think this actually works. This one. So the wires have been bared back. Open loop. Yeah, that doesn't work. The speaker's reasonable on it. So and these won't work because otherwise they'd be in another radio and I would have got rid of the radio. Doesn't have a very loud beeper, this multimeter. No. That's dead. This one, no, that's not. suitable. Another one here. No, that's not suitable. It's not suitable. Actually, that's a choke, that one. Try I want to see. No, that's not going to fit. I wonder if this one will fit in the Phillips. I'll have a look at that in a minute. And the others don't have transformers on them. Oh, yes, they do. This one does. No. Turn that off and back on again. No. And the speaker works. It's this one. Okay. No, not a sausage. And imagine the speaker itself works. Yeah. All these speakers have continuity in them, but they don't necessarily if they've got a transformer on them. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we've come to a dead end with this chassis for the moment. I'll have to search around for something we can connect it up to. Yeah. Did have some 6-inch speakers here, but no, they haven't got transformers on them. I suppose I can try those ones up there. I did have, as I said, I do have one which I use for testing. Choke, and that's, yeah. What can I try? without blowing up the radio itself. The donor radio, that is. No. Yeah. Okay, that's disappointing. Get rid of these. I keep on meaning to buy a transformer wire winder. Rewind. I've got a whole box of those transformers, but they're all open. Now, what can we do? Move this out the way. In fact, I mean, it's not plugged in. The isolation transformer switched off. That's off, and that is now on 0. So there's 3 layers of protection there. We'll very quickly see if that's out of a B15. That got all these fibres on here. Turn that off. Which that might just, yeah. Now, that might just work. That goes in there. It's off as I say, off a B15, one of those sort of curved front ones from the 1960s. Built those through to 1972. Had a very long run. It was the last of AWA's valve sets. Now, how does this come out? Just hacked my finger against the back clips. Almost off. Gee, that's tight. So we don't want to lose that. Is this one going to be as tight? I reckon it is. Yeah. You know, I've got some outer knobs for these. Something's holding this in. See, down there. Again, the screwdriver that I want is out in the kitchen area. Will this work? Yeah, just. That's not the original screw, that's for sure. It's not long enough, I have to go down at this stupid angle. These are sheet metal screws. Turn that. That's out actually. Yeah. Self-tapping sheet metal screws. I guess. Yeah, here it comes. No. Holding it. I'm really going to have to clean up in here tomorrow. Something's stopping it at the front, I think. The buttons. Maybe. Yeah, that's going to... how do you get that off? Yeah, these aren't the original screws either in here. Again, sheet metal type screws, self-tappers. Okay. That's that out. Yeah, it's quite a nice dial. And this is metal grill on this. So no need to clean, do anything with that. Now it comes. These are quite easy once you know how. Okay. Now, is this going to fit? Yeah, I'm definitely not plugging this in with that like that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that better now, but that is well and truly broken in half. Yeah, and oh, something came off of there. Bit of insulation or tape. Yeah. So now, oh, we might be lucky. In fact, yeah. I don't know whether the chassis is going to hit that. So there looks like a couple of guides or something. Oh, help if I take the plug away. Yeah. And is the chassis going to go back in? Ooh, yeah. I think it will. Yes. Yeah, clears that. So we have a speaker for it. In fact, yeah. Just a sec. yeah. Yeah. So that can come out for a second. For a while. Yeah, and there's the dropping resistor. And they get super hot. Yeah, that's the dropping resistor. And that's the fusible resistor. Yeah, and it's got a couple of taps on it. Yeah. So that's pretty dangerous to work on, but yeah, there's another couple of caps on the top here. They're bad, those ones. So this must be a 50 set or something. Mid-50s. Yeah, so that's good. And I should try this for continuity through here. So that's going to be, that's that one. So this is the earth. So brown and blue. I'm never going to work out that from that, but right. Yeah. It's open. That's closed. No, I think that transformer's open as well. Can't remember what the pins on. In fact, I can get that. So that's green, that's brown, and this one's green. So we want green, brown and blue. No. So this output transformer is dead as well. Okay. I don't know whether we need an output transformer for the Philips, but yeah. Okay. It's 7:10. So I'm calling it an evening and going off to cook my dinner, which I meant to put in the oven half an hour ago. In fact, yeah. Right. Okay. So I'll leave it here and we'll see if we can play the other indent, the Ballarat indent, which I played at the beginning of the video for the ABC. They're from pre-colour, so at least 1973 or something like that, because we got colour on the 1st of March 1974. I stayed up all night watching it, Auntie Jack and all that sort of thing, and then there was a countdown, then there was a Monty Python, and then there was something else, I can't remember. And I remember the episode of Monty Python. It was the one where they've got where they're at the tennis club and all their limbs fall off and there's blood spurting everywhere. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's so funny. Okay. Right. So I'll try and play that on the way out, and I'll just check to make sure that the sound is working on that. Plays back properly on here, but whether it's playing through this or not is another matter. So we'll see. Okay, so goodbye, and I might, if I find a working output transformer, I mean speaker's not a problem, but if I find a working output transformer or that test one which I have, it's in here somewhere. I'll do a quick live stream perhaps tomorrow or Tuesday night. I'll just run it for half an hour or something like that. So I'm very curious as to whether that is going to fire up or whether it needs major work. Okay, so here we go. We should be able to see it now. Okay, so goodbye.
Victoria's famed Golden City, Ballarat, a part of the national network of ABC television.
Okay, so here we go. We should be able to see it now. Okay, so goodbye. So that good, it worked. Bye.
Victoria's famed Golden City, Ballarat, a part of the national network of ABC television.